What's good, everybody? This is Dario Hunt from Living Life Fearless, and I'm back with another reaction, this time to The Pains of Growing by Alessia Cara. So let's talk about it. I think, like most people, I really wasn't aware of Alessia Cara and her music until after her big breakthrough song with Logic, and more importantly, when she won Best New Artist at the Grammys over such acts like SZA. She definitely received a lot of undeserved backlash and flack and hate online from a lot of the fans out there that were unhappy that she won. And while I generally agree that I don't think that she should have won the Best New Artist category for multiple reasons, but the response that she got was definitely unnecessary and uncalled for, especially considering her music really was pretty good when you went back and checked it out. But while her music was pretty good, I have always had a hard time of shaking off the image of her being a label plant, which gets thrown around a lot these days, but I think she has been one of the main victims of that label, and I think that's a big reason why her career was slow to take off and why it never really took off completely, even after having that big Grammys moment. However, I do think that on The Pains of Growing, she does do a good job of showing that she is an actual artist who has a lot to offer, and she is extremely skilled in what she does. She has a fantastic voice. Her songwriting is generally crisp and clean, and it all kind of hits that pleasant formula of music that you want to hear from your pop music. But the formula slash formulaic part is where things don't really hit that next level for me. Because honestly, the album is a good album. It's a good pop album that checks off a lot of the things that I look for from pop music and pop artists. She has strong ballads, she has strong singles, and she has a strong voice. And she uses it all pretty well, but it does ultimately feel a bit too formulaic and by the numbers for it to really leave an impact on me after I was done listening to it. And having a song like Nintendo Game isn't the best way of shaking that label plant label, because it does feel a bit forced, as in like, hey, I am a cool chick, instead of just having it come through in her music and approaching her music in unique ways. It's kind of full of buzzwords and phrases that you kind of would expect to be trendy and appeal to a certain crowd of people. However, it is not all paint by the numbers and hollow, as there are a few really bright spots on here that show off a side of her that you don't really expect. But she doesn't really get too vulnerable and open here. It's all kind of based in what you would expect from a label pop artist, which isn't to say it's a bad thing, but it's not the most exciting thing. And when there's so many artists and so much music out there today, I don't think she does the best job of really differentiating herself from everything else out there. So it was a decent album, a good album, I would say, but not a memorable one. But for those of you that did hear the project, what do you guys think about it? Do you think she showed a side of herself that you haven't really seen before? Has she did a good job of shaking off all the labels and stigmas that have kind of dogged her whole career? Let me know in the comments down below, and be sure to head over to the official site where you can leave your own ratings and reactions to this album, other albums, and everything else I react to over there on the site. If you have anything that you would personally like me to react to, you can also let me know in the comments down below. And if you like any of the gear that I rock in these videos, like this or this, you can also head over to the site and grab some for yourself. As always, thank you guys for joining me. If you are liking these videos, please smash that like and subscribe button. I will be back shortly with more reactions, but until then, I will catch you guys soon. Peace.